Thank you for tuning in to Abundant Moments. I want to encourage you to feed on Jesus every day. Make sure that every day you hear something good about him. You hear about his word and what he's done for you. Jesus said that he was the bread of life, that he is the living water. And when we go a day without hearing something, meditating on his word, talking to the Lord, hearing something about Jesus, when we go a day without that, we get to the end of the day and we're not satisfied. It would be like if you went a day without food. When you go without food, at the end of the day, you're hungry and you can tell that you haven't had your food because that's your sustenance for your physical body. Well, Jesus, and hearing about him and his grace, is sustenance for our spirit man. And when we go days without hearing about Jesus, then we begin to be emaciated in a spiritual way. And we need to make sure that every day we remember that he is the bread of life. He's the living water. And when we feast on him, when we meditate in his word, when we hear about Jesus, it strengthens us. It brings us that reality of who he is and who we are in him. Then therefore we're not fearful and we're not timid and shy and afraid, but we know who Jesus is and that he lives within us and that we are filled with his sweet presence and we are strong in him because we've meditated on his word. Therefore, we have the bread of life and the living water flowing through us each day. So I want to encourage you as we are getting ready soon to begin this new year, make sure that you don't go a day. Start in the morning if you can. If that doesn't work for you, sometime in the afternoon or in the evening, whenever. But don't go a day without feasting on the words of Jesus, without feasting on meditating about who he is. Remember, he's the bread of life and the living water. We can't make it without bread and water. And we can't make it without him, spiritually speaking. He is the living water and the bread of life. Thank you for tuning in.